there's so many elements to this game. Yesterday we had the little Discord stages for the Herblore activity, and we was talking about some random stuff. I can't even remember what we were talking about, but I was like, "Oh, yo, did you know that the sweepers in Varrock actually sweep up ash?" And like that is like a little piece of information that I would have never figured out like by myself. But it's just like another just tiny, even though it's like a really tiny part of the game, it's just so interesting. There are, I would say, millions of things like that,
Wait, wait,
like from
wait,
big to small.
wait. You're talking like those little NPC sweepers. If you put an ash on the ground or like a fire was made or something, they sweep it and it disappears?
Yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah.
That is wild.
We were lighting fires on the Gim in Varrock, doing like from like the east side, and I can't remember. We was in a call, and we saw the sweeper go over and the ash disappear, and I was like, am I tripping, or did that guy just like get rid of the ash? And Goblin was like, let me try again and put some more ash down. And the guy come over and like yeeted it out. This is crazy.
That so they don't target the ash, but if they walk under it organically, then it disappears. Is that what's happening, or are they
From
actually targeting the ash?
No, from what I remember, they were specifically put in to clean up ash because like obviously that Varrock strip has been
Yeah.
notoriously used for lighting fires over the years. And I think it got to a point where there was so much ash on the screen that it was like affecting people's gameplay. So someone was like, okay, let's put some sweepers in and start clearing out the ash, which is crazy. It's crazy.
That is amazing. No, and you're right. There are so many things. I don't know if you follow the wiki page on Twitter, if you're ever like
Hmm.
looking at it, but they always post some just crazy fun fact that's just wild. I mean, the the craziest thing, I mean, there was multiple crazy things. One was the Gorax drop table that
Yep.
it's been bugged for like just 2 decades, basically.
It's the spaghetti code that we like love and play, and there's even things that still haven't been found in this
Yes.
game that I have been told about, and I still don't know like the ins and outs of how to like discover it. But there are things that players still haven't found out, and probably still won't for a long time. And it is incredible to see like a game like this that is just still, even after like we're probably the most efficient based or one of the most efficient based games out there,
Hmm.
and even after all that time, there's still things out there that people don't know. Is like incredibly, it's just so cool.
It's wild. And
Mm,
one of the really cool things, because I remember having sort of talked about, because I'm a player that loves Easter eggs. So just
yeah,
introduce Easter. You don't need to tell the community. Just throw in stuff that you know that the team can make a judgment call if this is like broken or not. But for the most part, throwing in Easter eggs is never something that's that big of an integrity deal. But
exactly.
one of the cool things was, you're searching through drawers and it says you find nothing interesting. You're searching for a crate or whatever. I think it was drawers, and then you can just find a red topaz randomly.
Yeah,
Like that. That's it. That's amazing. Like who was the one that just stood there clicking that thing repeatedly? Just keep searching, keep searching.
it it's so funny to me, and these conversations like in the team happen all the time. Like these stupid little Easter eggs that's even like either an in office or in team joke or just something that's like relevant because of what we're working on or something. It's just like they happen so often. Like, oh, can we just slip this in here? Like, yeah, why not? What, it's going to take like a tiny little bit of extra dev work. Cool, we'll slip it in. Like, I didn't know until Scarius came out that there was a Easter egg reference to Cannon Rat on the pet when you like use a cannon base with it, which
Oh,
is
really?
so nice. Yeah, for me, like especially like being like the member of that Game Jam project and seeing that was like, oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I'm sure. Well, I already saw a few Easter eggs coming out from Varlamore. There was also something, you guys made a blog post of it talking about just allowing you guys the freedom to make fun quests like that frog quest.
Yeah,
Just the little
yeah.
things like that that don't make a big impact on the game but are just cute and quirky. I think that's also just amazing.
I will say, anyone that hasn't done that quest and is listening, go and do it because it is honestly by far one of the most old school quests out there. Don't please read the dialogue; it is fantastic, and the fact that I, as CM on Varlamore, didn't know that quest was going to be part of the content until on launch. I was like, "Oh, there are 4 quests. Where did we get the fourth one from?" It's like, "Oh yeah, we just added it in," and we're like, "Oh, oh, okay, cool."
It's amazing. It was amazing. I read it on stream. It was great.
It's so good. It's so good. I will say Ed and Lenny, I think, were made that quest. That those two as a working pair, insane, insane. They bounce off each other so well, and they just know so many things. It's incredible.